What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to discuss how I maintain my tennis physique during lockdown. Now most tennis players, including myself, don't have access to a public court at the moment, and there's only so much that hitting against the wall can do for you for your tennis game. So it's very tricky for us to develop our tennis game during this current time. However, there is one thing that all tennis players, including myself, can do in order to be productive and improve some aspect of our tennis game. A lot of the time, the fitness aspect of tennis is overlooked by many players in their early stage of development. And that's because there's so many videos on tennis tactics and the technical side of tennis, and a lot of coaches focus on the technical side of tennis as well, but many overlook the fitness aspect. And if you look at all the top tennis players like Djokovic, Nadal, Federer, they all have ridiculous cardio. Top tier, and that's why they're able to play these humongous points. Now bear in mind that these tennis exercises are not tennis specific. One of them is, but the other ones are just general fitness based exercises. And my point being, you don't have to do anything crazy. You don't have to do these insane tennis exercises that you see Dominic Thiem doing, for example.
Come on, go! Fatten! Volley!
Come on, move your come on, fatten! Split! Nice! Nice! Big, go! Attack!
You just have to maintain a good cardio level and a good muscular endurance level, as well as add in some stretching. I myself do these basic 4 or 5 things and maintain a pretty good tennis physique. Starting off with number 1, it's going for a run. I usually do between 4 to 5k each day. Sometimes I'll do 2.5k but on an incline, and sometimes I'll just do hill sprints, for instance, or interval training. So I would sprint for 30 seconds, jog for 30 seconds for about 2.5k. Just depends on what I'm feeling, how energetic I'm feeling. Sometimes I'll go for a longer run than 5k. It just depends on the day, but usually every day I will try to do some sort of running to maintain that cardio level. Number 2, which is my personal favorite, is jumping rope, or as in England we call skipping. I think skipping is the best for me because it helps me maintain my tennis footwork. It helps me stay light on my feet, helps me stay explosive, and it is also a good form of cardio if you do it for a prolonged period of time. I usually do it for around 25 to 30 minutes without taking a break. That really gets your heart pumping. It's good for muscular endurance, especially in the legs, and it's good for the lungs to maintain a good cardio level. Skipping also works on the calf muscles, which is vital for explosiveness in your legs. So skipping is my personal favorite, and I would recommend to everyone to do it consistently. I try and do it every other day and intertwine it with my running. Number 3, which is very tennis specific, is band exercises. The majority of band exercises I do focus on the rotator cuff, this exercise here, and then this exercise here, lateral raises. For me, band exercises are very important. I've had some issues in the past with my shoulder, and strengthening this rotation here is very important because it will help you prevent any injuries, any unwanted injuries when you're serving. Having a strong shoulder is very important in tennis because it's one of the most used muscles in the game. These band exercises are also great for shoulder mobility. It actually helps if you have a longer range that your shoulder rotates because it will add additional power to your serve. It helps me tremendously with my serve, and it's also good for shoulder muscle endurance. In tennis, you're using your shoulder the whole match, the whole practice, so it is very important that your shoulder has good muscular endurance. The next form of exercise I do is core exercises, and this is very, very important because the core is probably the most significant muscle that your body uses in tennis. Especially myself, I've had a lot of trouble with my abs in recent years. A reoccurring injury that I get is in my lower abdomen. I always tear it if I've taken a fairly long break away from tennis and then I jump straight back into it. It's a pretty weak spot of mine and it always tears. In the beginning of this season actually I tore it in a match and I was out for about 3 weeks. So it's a very weak spot of mine, and I'm always trying to focus my attention on it because If it's not strengthened, then it is very injury prone. And the last one, number 5, which I do on a daily basis or sometimes every other day, is stretching. This is very important. I usually roll out and then I would stretch afterwards. So those are the 4 or 5 ways which I maintain my tennis physique during lockdown. Let me know if you guys do anything different to help develop your fitness level during lockdown, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you learned something new today or enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.